Greetings and welcome to Monster Legends, and another special feeding episode. This time I'm going to be feeding a lady that I picked up in the recent Aquatic Feast Maze. I already had enough cells to put her together, and I still have those cells, but I just never got around to it. So now that I have the egg, I figure, why wait? This, of course, is Brynhilda. And, of course, she has a lock ruin slot, but we're going to overlook that. She's a legendary. She's water. She's female. Of course she is. She's winter. Well, of course she is. She's good legions. Okay, that's something new. And, of course, she's part of the temporary polar book, too. She also appears to be very handy. Yes, so we're going to find her a home. I think there's only one place left for her, and that's actually where I want her. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually out of space now until I can actually get rid of some individuals. But, wow, that's like the making of a rock band there, isn't it? She'll fit right in. Okay, she laid the chill down on those. Can't wait to see what that does. All right, so there she is. Okay, she's hanging out with Pika there. All right, this of course is going to be Igbo. No, this is not going to be Igbo. This is not. No. This is not going to be Igbo. We'll find a nice name for her. Okay, what was she doing? It kind of looked like she was making a sweep motion, but she had like magic and stuff like that. Okay, anyway, this is, of course, Brynhilda. She is, again, a legendary. She's water. She appears to be immune to possession. That could be very useful. Her power is actually not too bad. Her life is a slight bit below the norm. Speed isn't really very good in comparison to the power. I guess maybe I had a misunderstanding of what she might be, but I guess we're going to find out when we start looking at skills. And let's start looking at some skills here. All right, we have bad manners. Okay, don't show her bad manners. Deals low physical damage, and then we have cool blood. Deals low special damage. Oh, that's interesting. You don't see that very often. You don't see it going in terms of special damage for the initial skills. Usually it would be like water in this case. And of course, that special skill we saw, I order you to die. All right. Deals moderate special damage to all enemies. 50% chance of possessing all targets. Okay, well, first thing is that doesn't look like moderate damage. At least the gauge. I guess the gauge is really wrong because that looks like very high to me. If it is moderate and if it's a 50% chance of possessing, that's a pretty weak special. Just saying. I'm hoping the rest of her skills aren't going to be to that degree. You know what I mean? Anyway, we're not going to be doing anything with her until we feed her up. So let's get her up to her first evolution at level 4. Yes, in the old days, they used to do that. And there she is. Okay, so she's floating now. She's got magnificent hair, and she's got lots of arms. And she likes making snowflakes. Okay, now let's get on with the skills, because the skills begin at level 7. Killing Beauty. Deals moderate water damage, 50% chance of slowing down target. Alright, not one of my favorite things, but, alright, let's just, maybe we'll find something else. Yeah, those slowing down things, they're not really worthwhile, no. For a while there, they were, but they were actually incredibly overpowered for a while. Alright, let's continue to level 10, another skill. Frozen Soul. Deals moderate special damage. Okay, that's pretty straightforward right there. And it's a 0 cooldown, so that's actually more in the line of what I'd like to see. Is she a damage dealer? I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. Let's continue to level 15 and more skills. Viking Roots. Deals moderate special damage, 50% chance of freezing target, gains precision. That's not bad. It's only a 50% chance, but it does do something else anyway. It's a 1-round cooldown, so I'll just throw it in there. I like when multiple things happen with attacks. I don't like 50% though. So can we have that again with more damage and May freeze? That'd be better. All right, let's continue to level 20. Icy Breath. Deals moderate water damage, may freeze target, gains damage boost. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's think. I don't like slowing down stuff, so this is a better skill. This one's a better skill. All right, and let's continue to level 25. And her final form. Queen Rage deals heavy special damage, 0 cooldown. Okay, well, you know what? It's an upgrade. And there she is. A Viking Queen, I guess, from her skill name, right? Okay. I can't see you because of your name. I can see you now. All right, so let's continue to level 30. We want some more skills, don't we? I know she does. Call me Brynhilda. Deals low water damage to all enemies. 30% chance of possessing all targets. So here's the thing. I now remember one of my viewers told me that the descriptions of the skills are slightly broken. What I mean by that is I've been told that the 30% are actually 50% and the 50% are actually 100%, you know, unless of course there's like a resistance or something like that. So now that I'm seeing it, I have to look at these skills in a different way. All right, so this one, from what I've been told, is not 30%. That wouldn't make any sense at all, right? That wouldn't make any sense at all. So this is a 50% chance of possessing all targets. So I'm going to put that in the first spot just because I don't have anything else right now. Okay, so given that, is that one 100%? That wouldn't make any sense. So I'm not really sure about that one. Maybe I could do testing. That one's a may, so, and that one's just damage. Okay, so let's continue and see what else comes up. Maybe something really cool at level 35. Royal Look. Deals moderate water damage, may possess target, gains double damage. Double damage for 2 turns. Okay, you know what? You know, I don't want to lose that one because that's actually, you know, I want both of them. That's the thing. I want both of them. So I'm going to, oh, precision. I'll have all water attacks if I don't keep this one. You know what I mean? I got to take this one. All right. So the freezing, I'm just going to assume that in this case it is the 50% there. The possessions are just too useful. You know, possessions are really, really useful. So I know I don't like losing the precision, because precision is such a huge thing these days. But, you know, 2 rounds double damage. Well, here's the thing. I got 2 rounds of double damage, right? And then I got 2 rounds of damage boost. But they both have freezing in there. But I forget they stack. So that's not such a bad thing, is it? So if I get both of them down and then come back with this one, unless there's an upgrade, I could really do some damage there. It's a shame this one is low damage, but if you look at the gauge, I guess really you'd have to use it, because like I hear that there's some damage to the descriptions. I guess really she's going to need a lot of testing. All right, let's continue and see what else she's got. Maybe at level 40. Short Temper deals very heavy special damage. Okay, well that's obviously we're going to take that because there's just no reason we wouldn't. It's the same stamina, 0 cooldown, more damage. Yeah, I mean, double damage and then that is going to do a lot of damage, right? All right, we probably have like one more, I would guess. So let's see if we can find it. All right. Queen Rage. No, we've seen that already. We've seen it. We just got rid of that one. Level 50. Crystal Heart. Deals low water damage to all enemies, may freeze all targets. Okay, so that one has got the possession down, but I believe it's a 50% chance of possession. How? That's good. They both have the same stamina. They both have the same cooldown. They both have the same damage. The difference is I got freezes over here, and I got 50% chance of possessing over here. I can't lose that one. So here's the question. Do I need both of these, or do I just say I don't need either one? Well, here's the thing. This one is a group freeze, right? But it's going to be every 4 turns I can use it, right? I think I'm going to try to use the 2 group ones and see how that works out. Because the thing is, this one's a double damage, and the double damage lasts for 2 turns, and she can use this attack every 3 turns, right? And I think a possession is more useful than a freeze, especially if it's got a double damage along with it. So what I'm thinking is, I'm thinking of putting the freeze up front and putting the possession down in the back, which you can just do now, right? All right, so I'm going to put the freeze up front, because I always look up front for the one I want to do first, you know? Okay, so maybe the other one pops up, but I'm just going to change it anyway, because after all, changing skills doesn't mean anything anymore, right? Yeah, I'm just going to... I'm going to put that there for now, and we're going to test with it, and I'm going to see whether or not I want to keep it or not. Because I have this one on the back here, which is a 0 cooldown, and it's a lot of damage. So, you know, the thing about it is I don't have to worry about the cooldowns of this one and this one. I don't have to worry about them. Because I got this one, I could do double damage, and then hit with this one, and hit twice with double damage on, which is a wonderful thing. Alright, so I think that we got one more to go here in terms of leveling, but I don't think we're going to see anything new. Ice Breath, yeah, we got rid of that one. Alright, I'm just going to take a quick look here, but I'm pretty sure we've seen everything. Right, I mean, that's a good skill, but I think that I would rather have, obviously I would rather have this one, right? First of all, it's more damage for one thing, and of course Possession is very good, and she's going to be freezing anyway because we got this one. This is a May freeze, so there's no percentages here at all. So the thing about it is I won't be able to follow up with Ice Breath if I use Crystal Heart first. All right. And besides, Possession strategically can be very, very useful. And I'd like to see what's going on with this one here. All right, that one, we know that one. I mean, I already have freezes. I mean, the precision is a nice thing, but I already have the freezes, you know. I would like to test with this one to see how often it runs. And this one, I'm not getting rid of that one, right? That's the good one. All right, let's take a look at some skills here. I should say the stats. Okay, the power is okay. Life's below normal. Speed isn't really very good. No, it isn't. So, I mean, I'm having trouble picking up what she is. She seems to have a bit of everything here. She does do damage. She can buff herself, do better damage, but she's also got Possession and Freezing. So, I mean, she doesn't have the speed of a Denial. And she can boost her own damage. Even a skill that I didn't take boosts her own damage too. And she's got that really big 0 cooldown special attack too. So it's really hard to say. I mean, she's kind of got damage dealing stuff. She's kind of got denial stuff. So she's kind of somebody who can sit in the middle there and cause trouble, you know? Kind of like how I use my Varuna. All right, well, let's take a look at her. Let's go back and take a look at the skills and see what we have here. These, of course, are the ones that I selected, and there's some variation in here in case you wanted to try something else, but this is what I'm going with. And given the fact that we can now change skills for no cost, I might be changing in testing. I might change in testing. Anyway, we have this one up front, and I think that everybody would probably go with this one. You know, we have Crystal Heart. Deals low water damage to all enemies, may freeze all targets. Yeah, group freeze, you're gonna take that. You know, you're gonna take that because that's just too good to leave behind, right? It has a large cooldown to it, but you know, freezing, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Then we have this one, Royal Look. Deals moderate water damage, and that looks like a high moderate, by the way. May possess target, gains double damage. All right, well, there's good things here. Run, it's only got a 2-round cooldown, right? So you can do it once every 3 rounds. It does Possession, which is very, very useful strategically. You can take their biggest enemy and just say, you work for us now. And then, of course, double damage for 2 rounds. That's really kind of great. Just saying. That was a good skill right there. Definitely going to take that one. This one, I want to test with this one first, and we'll see what happens. This is called Call Me Brynhilda. Deals low water damage to all enemies, 30% chance of possessing all targets. Now, I'm told that 30% is actually 50%. I'm going to test with that one. If it's 50%, it could still be very useful. I mean, if you have 3 enemies and you can pretty much guarantee one of them is going to be possessed, that's pretty good. That's pretty good right there. So, and maybe 2 of them, maybe all of them, who knows? I'm going to test with it and see how it works out. If it doesn't work out, I'm probably going to go back to the one that had the damage boost. Although the one that's got the precision is really hard to say no to, but I think I probably would. All right, and our final skill was short-tempered. Deals very heavy special damage, no cooldown. It says requires cooldown, but it's got a 0. Why does it say requires cooldown? There's something else I need to test with, too. Okay, is the text wrong? Okay, well, let's see. Anyway, the point of taking this one, of course, it has a 0 cooldown. So if you were to execute this, right, do the possession, get the double damage, you could do 2 really serious hits with this. You might be killing things depending on how you put runes on her, right? So that's pretty cool. These are the ones I'm going to test with. I'd like to test with that one with the possessions, the 30/50% possession, and just see how it works. If it doesn't work too well, I might go back to the one that does the damage boost or the precision. I haven't decided yet. I guess I can use both of them in battle and see which one works best for me and her, of course. Anyway, in terms of ruins, this is an interesting situation. I mean, do you want her moving faster? Her life's a little low. This might be one of those situations where you go with damage and then speed and maybe life. I mean, she's on the borderline of life. It's, border there, right there. 10,000 is right down the middle. So you might actually want to consider giving her some life, or you could put a support on her. I think you pretty much going to go with damage and speed. That's the way I would do it. Last one, you can go with life. You can go with another speed if you want, another damage if you want. I wouldn't go with another damage. I mean, she's got one really great damage hit that's going to do a lot of damage. She's got the double damage on. Everything else is moderate or low. So, I mean, I wouldn't go more than 1 damage on her. It's just not worth it. Unless you wanted to put a support damage on her or support speed. I'm thinking support speed. I'm finding support speed on my individuals to be very, very useful these days. You put a support speed on it, and your guys are going just a little bit faster, and your denial can shut them down. So, she can go in and do bad stuff to them, right? So anyway, I think that's going to be it for now. So thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games, because games are fun. See ya.